Hi, how are you? Happy Friday, happy Friday, happy Friday. Listen, I had a dream. I had a dream about a man. I had a dream about a man that was in this parking lot. It was a male figure, a male energy, let's say that. In this parking lot where more so like a closed-in parking structure. And in this parking structure, there was one car over to the left, and then this male energy that was seeming like they were trying to park. And I wasn't observant. So I'm standing back off from watching this male energy in this car going between one spot to another spot to another spot, and then coming out and reversing and going back in, and just so much confusion in this situation, in this area, that clearly he had multiple options, but he kept going in and out, kept going in and out. He could not figure out how to park straight. And I was observing, thinking, what is wrong with this guy? Why won't he just park? But eventually, instead of him just parking, he actually just went to drive off. But in him driving off, in that whole excursion there, he banged into the car that was just sitting there minding its own business, not doing anything. And I'm thinking, you idiot. This is what I was thinking. And the dream was, you've got to be an idiot. What is wrong with this person? As I stepped back, had that thought of, this is like what? There was a male figure that was clearly all black, but this black it did not represent the race. It represented the shadow. And he stood over me. But when he stood over me, I realized immediately that this was his shadow. And when I woke up, it was in the middle of the night. I had the covers over my head. I woke up and I said, this song came out. This is a cover of the song that came out. It's going to be in the background. It's called Never Knew How to Love You. I woke up with the intention to only, because I told you guys I channel music, I don't write it. But when I know there's going to be a song that is coming, just like if there's a book that's coming or whatever, I have to do it right then. And so I woke up in the middle of the night and I just went to grab my phone so that I could sing the melody, so I would not forget the melody. But I didn't think that at that moment it was going to be a whole song. I don't know why not, because that's usually how they come to me. But the Spirit said, no, don't. I went to turn it off and the Spirit said, don't. So I didn't. And I cried and I cried and I cried and I cried. I could barely get the song out. I've never in my life channeled a song that gave me so much overwhelming emotion. It was unreal. When I'm singing these, I'm channeling these songs, I don't know what, I go back and learn the songs. But this energy was so overwhelming of tears. It took me literally like 2-3 days for me to listen to the music and not weep and weep with the same emotion, because it was overwhelming. And I even get a lump in my throat now because I'm I want us to listen to the song. This is a cover of the song. I'm looking for an artist. I will be looking for an artist. Okay, my information is in the bottom of the video. You can, well, the publisher, you can contact, okay? I have an idea of who I want to sing this song, but this is definitely coming from a man. We'll talk on the other side, but listen, baby. This was from the heart, from the soul of a man that is broken, a man that has actually literally woke up and realized what had happened. Did not realize all of the conflict that was in their circle, did not see it, did not heed the warnings, made mistakes that you can't take back, kind of thing is how you are feeling. And we're going to talk on the other side, but we're going to start this song over. This is Never Knew How to. To whoever this message is for. This is for the woman and then for the man too. Just listen. You were my dream come true. I never understood how I deserved you. How did you ever enter my life? All I could say, I never knew how to love you right, how to love you right. All I could say, I never knew how to love you right, how to love you right. If I knew how to love you, if I knew what the words to say. A man without words feels so lost. If I knew, I would just hold you. All I can say, I never knew how to love you right. How to love you right. All I can say, I never knew how to love you right. I love you with all my heart and soul. I never lose something so pure. Was scared I'd lose you at the door. Only knew one way to treat a woman, which was love her and leave her and be who I was before. All I can say, I never knew how to love you right. I remember the first time we argued in that room. Anger shot through your eyes. I wondered what the F was wrong with me. How could I do this? So my angel, you forgave me. 1, 2 times, 3, 4, 5, and 6. The more you forgave, the more you returned. How could I hate you like I did? I can say, I never knew how to love you right. I can say, I never knew how to love you right. So I stand here standing in all my shame, wondering if you could even hear me anymore. I know that you're done. I feel your pain. I get what I did. I said what I said. I felt the way I felt. 'Cause I didn't understand. Yeah. How to love you right. Yeah. I love you right. Y'all feel me? Yeah. You are. Hey. Listen, I'm just the messenger. That song poured out of me because I had talked to a couple of men that were really broken about their relationships and really wanted to make amends with their relationships because they knew that they had an angel. I mean, how many of you out there know you've run across that diamond? You ran across that diamond. And you weren't prepared for the heat. You weren't prepared for all of the obstacles that you would face as a result of you running across the diamond. You ain't know. We've had so many, especially in the Black community, there's been so many fatherless sons. So many fatherless sons that just didn't know. In some families, it's generations of fatherless sons. And some of the ones that have the fathers don't know what they're doing, right? Because they did what their parents did or didn't do, right? So it skipped a generation, went on, and you did a little bit better than the other one. But there's so much brokenness. And in this era where divine is in position now to really step in. The spirit team is stepping in on so many levels because we are entering a new era, a new type of earth. And that faded type of love, there are some relationships that you were supposed to be together. And someone has fallen off of the throne, it's like a fallen angel. Two angels got together and both of them had something that they had to learn from one another. So everybody got a role to play. One that's really loving light, you might run across one that you might want to say a monster. But if you are guided, you may find out that it's not exactly that because you understand what battle they are in. So I want you to know that you are not alone. And I want you to know to forgive yourself. I need you today to forgive yourself, baby. And woman, queen, angel. I want you to know that in their shadow, they did some things that they probably feel they can never take back. But if it comes a point that they present themselves to you, I want you to, follow how you're guided because it's really your choice. Some things that may have been done, maybe it is like, hey, look, we gonna just move on. I love you and leave you. And sometimes, it may not. But however God is leading you, my brother, I want you to move forward. Because this dream was specifically about a man. It was about a lot of men because I cried for days. I have never had a song that has literally poured out of me with such emotion and oh wow, I mean it's just So I'm very grateful that I was able to create this particular version or cover that I'm calling it so that I can put it out there because I'm grateful for that. So I am, and being able to really organize it to do exactly what I needed it to do. Because this is the emotion of it. This is the emotion of it, baby. And I want you to know that it's okay. And lady, queen, Because if you are put in a position, because everybody doesn't have, there's a whole lot of us that got a whole lot of soulmates, but a lot of people, there are not a whole lot of twin flames where it is a fated relationship, literally by the divine. It is a signature of the love, the yin and the yang of God in the flesh. So there is so much spiritual warfare that will come towards that union. Most times it doesn't take long for you guys to get together. You immediately know. You know. Period. It's a ignited flame. And then the lessons have to be had. They have to be had. But I know that this is speaking to so many. And man, you are worthy. You are worthy. You are worthy. You are worthy of forgiveness, first with yourself. You're worthy of this. You are worthy of this love that God has for you and with your mate. Allow for divine to move, because if this is one of those, we need that energy. We need that frequency upon the earth. We need that. You know? When there's a transformation that is taking place, there needs to be some kind of light that comes up in there that ignites a flame to catapult those areas. There needs to be healing in the families, healing in the man, in that alpha male. There needs to be healing in that alpha woman, right? All of us. Many are called and few are chosen, but as God said to me, not everybody is a pioneer. These unions are pioneers in the structure of love, relationship, and the symbolic nature of divine source energy. So yes, you were attacked. And no, you didn't listen. I know you didn't listen because my dream told me you didn't listen. You didn't listen. You didn't know. You don't even know. Listen. But guess what? I am affirming, and I today, I am sending you love and transformative power. I declare that there is peace and there is resurrection in the relationships that are fated, that are those twin flames, that is your mate. The people from the past can't even believe that you even were in the situation that you were in. I'm telling you, this is speaking to quite a few people. And I know that whoever's supposed to hear this message, you're going to hear this message. That song is dedicated. Look at that. 222. 222. 222. Right on the dial. Right? Look that up. Look up the spiritual meaning of 222. Now listen. Now here you go. On a light note. I want you to. This is another one that I wrote. This is all a part of the channeled volume covers of I Am Music Princess. Because I am music. Period. Okay? And this is another cover. This song I wrote, like 1999, a long time ago. Yeah. I didn't know. So there is an opportunity. And you're gonna have to have faith. You both are going to have faith and trust in the fact that God has joined you together. This is for those who, both of you did the work. Both of you met that eagle, went ahead and died, let that tower fall in your life, handle what you had to handle, you let go what you had to let go, you move, and you did what you had to do. This is for them. That's right. Now, if you didn't do the work, don't go bothering them. Leave them alone. Don't go trying to plead your case. Go on now. Go on now. But listen, can you imagine having a wedding or something and you guys reuniting with the love of God, both knowing who you are in the kingdom, who you are on this earth, and stepping into your power with courage, because it's going to take some courage. But trust and believe. Whoever I'm talking to in these relationships, you don't even want nobody else. You don't want anybody else. You can't even see them. You can't even see anybody else. It doesn't even matter what the person did. You probably embarrassed to admit it. You probably embarrassed as hell. Like, I can't believe, like, what? But it is what it is. Because first of all, in many cases, many of you have been fed a whole bunch of lies. A whole bunch of lies that were used as a ploy to tear you apart. Haters who you thought you trusted were there to manipulate your scenario because they could not believe how dare you go forward and do and be better. But that's okay. But God. Okay? So I want you guys. Yeah. Okay?